Now, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be great that after we finish recording, I'm just gonna kick you out. And my bed's like right there. I'm not stressing. Shit, this is nice.
That's why I love doing it in my place, man. I kick you guys out and then I go take a nap.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not stressing about that at all. I'm like, shit, dude, but just getting here these last 3 weeks. And then she gives him that point, like, do it, you know?
Oh, I hate that. Please don't ever fucking do that.
You know?
Boss man did that to me at work the other day. It was, oh Christ.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry again. She's I can hear her going, good.
Yes.
More of that.
Let the hate flow through. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes. Like, comment, and subscribe, people.
Welcome to Nightwatch.
Welcome to Nightwatch, everybody. This is your closer in chief with half the crew today. Again, how you doing today, Big Smoke?
I am here.
Unlike the rest of it.
Hey, life happens.
Yeah.
Life happens.
Today feels like one of those life preserver kind of days, man. Like struggling to keep the head above water.
Man, it's been like that for a couple of weeks.
Wow. Just trying to get everything worked out with the living situation. It's just been... It hasn't been a nightmare because it could definitely be worse. I've landed on my feet in the regard of I've had family and friends that have been helping me out like crazy, and so I'm not homeless, not living out of my car, but I'm crashing on a couch, living out of a suitcase.
I can say I would say I'm your boy, so I'm going to tell you the straight dope. You waited way too long. You waited way too long. As soon as the couple left the scene, we had 20-something days.
Yeah, basically I had a month and a half to work with.
Yeah, dude, we really should have jumped on that shit early.
Well, I mean,
because none of the shit that we thought was going to happen happened.
Yeah,
and nothing fell in place.
Well, it was like I started apartment hunting immediately. Yeah. Found a couple of places, started putting in applications and everything, and it wasn't until like the second or third landlord that I actually got back or got something back from, because I wasn't getting a hold of it.
No,
I mean, it was all automated messages and emails and everything. So I finally was getting feedback, and they were telling me like, oh, we found this debt for this old landlord on your credit report. This is why we can't approve your application. I'm like, okay, so I can't work with that company. So I went to a different company. They're like, same thing. I'm like, okay, so now this is that reoccurring issue of I got to get this debt taken care of, and it's high enough that I can't just take care of it right now. Huh? That's going to be time and investment put into it to pay that off. And once I do, I'm going to be in a really good spot, because that's like I've only got two, what do they call that? Not detrimental, but bad marks on my credit.
Yeah.
I've got two outstanding debts left. Once I pay that off, I'll only have one. And so that's going to bump my credit score up a little bit. And then paying that off, that's the only one that I owe to a previous landlord. So that'll be completely off my record as well. So I should be able to go back to having my pick of places. In which case I've got a couple of spots lined up already, or picked out already, that should still be available by the time I'm able to do so. But in the meantime, I started trying to go through like private landlords off of Facebook Marketplace. Those guys are charging an arm and a leg for what I'm looking for.
Yeah, they are.
$900 a month for a 2-bedroom on the hilltop. I'm like, I don't want to be barely
out
scraping.
Here?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to be scraping by paycheck to paycheck, living in a place where they got a shooting every couple of weeks.
Maybe they're going for the oil rig guys. Maybe that's what they're...
College students.
College students?
Yeah, it's right there by the university.
Okay, well, yeah.
But no, so that wasn't working out. And then I've got this nice arrangement now worked out where I've got an RV lot lined up. I just don't have an RV or a camper, and I come to find out that it's actually pretty challenging to get one of those. I haven't actually tried to go see if I can get one financed myself. My parents have been offering to help out and have been helping out a lot. Okay,
stop. See, here's that thing. You got options.
I do.
Why don't you just exercise those options and land lightly on your tippy toes and then sprint. Well, why is this struggle session?
For whatever reason, my mentality has always been line everything up and then go. I like to launch off from a position of stability. If I do it too impulsively, I've fallen on my face too many times.
But see what happened, man. We're drowning now. Now, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be great that after we finish recording, I'm just gonna kick you out. And my bed's like right there. I'm not stressing. I'm like, oh shit, this is nice.
That's why I love doing it in my place, man. I kick you guys out and then I go take a nap.
So I'm like, I'm not stressing about that at all. I'm like, shit, dude, but just getting here these last 3 weeks and the other two motherfuckers, they don't want to show up, can't get one on the phone. The other one don't want to come here. It's like, I swear to God, when you told me it's like herding cats, that shit stuck. Because it is like herding freaking cats. And now, when I walk down the street, all I see is a bunch of freaking cats that you can't get to walk in a straight line. That's all I see now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the greatest thing for me because I'm thinking long haul. I'm thinking down the road. I do live my life one day at a time. That's not going to change. But I do have like a telescope and I'm just looking way into the future now. So this itty bitty, shucking and jiving that happens in our lives now, that's what's irritating me now. Before that didn't used to irritate me. Before I'm like, it's just a Tuesday, whatever. And now it's like, hey, dude, on Tuesday, we need to be here doing this shit right now. 5:30 on the dot, have your ass here. Never happens the way we're supposed to be doing it. Never. And I'm like, I know it's not just the military brain. This is just crap. It happens.
This is just who I am as a person now.
Yeah. Because I'm sitting there going, man, dude. Because look, you got to be at work. You got to be at work at 5 o'clock. Okay, I got to be at work at 5 o'clock. You get up at 4:30, whatever, and then you throw your pants, your sneakers on, and you're off to work. Hey, dude, we got to do the podcast at 5 o'clock. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to make it. You mean you're not going to know you're going to make it? What the fart? You're tired? I don't care if you're tired. I don't care. Have your, and it's kind of like,
well, I wonder if for this one specifically, if it wasn't for the fact that, it wasn't until the day of that I told everybody what time we would meet up, At least with the workplace, you got your schedule a week in advance. Okay. And plan for it.
But look how hard that was to make happen.
Right.
I mean, no joke. I mean, we were having some issues with, certain people going, hey, look, man, kind of need this day off just to make it a little, right? Look at that.
Is that our Jolly Green calling in?
No, it's our young scholar.
Oh?
We're not going to answer that. The only reason I had this crap on to begin with, the only reason I had that on because I was waiting for Jolly. I don't want to talk to who the hell. Oh no, it's bad. He's calling me on.
He knows our day of solitude.
Yeah, he knows this is not the day to call.
Our sacred day of recording.
I feel bad for you, son, because if you're calling me, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. I'm the last man on the totem pole that you should be calling on my day off that I don't want to come to work on.
I was going to say, it's doesn't necessarily have to be dire. I know in my mind, you're usually my first pick of wanting to call. I'll go through the others first, but it's like, I know you'll answer. I know you'll show up for me.
Right.
So it's like if I need somebody, I'm just going straight to the guy who's going to say yes. Because I don't like to have to handle rejection. I can handle it well, but I don't want to if I don't have to. I don't want a bunch of drivers telling me that, he's calling me now.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
Oh, he's probably just calling me to get a hold of you.
Well, if he knows I'm hanging out with you, why are you calling?
Because he's wanting us to put our shit to the side for the job.
You know that's not going. You know that's not. I'll tell you, man. It cracks you up. It cracks you up that he does it. That he actually puts that notion out there. Like, look, dude, I get it. I am a workaholic. I get that. But there is a hierarchy of my workaholicism.
Right. There is priorities.
Yeah. This is not. You don't. I mean, it used to be this was the number one. You're now like maybe a soft 3 or 4 now. Okay, maybe a 3 or 4.
Yeah, I saw something about the top 3.
Yeah,
and whenever it comes to your priorities and stuff, and it's like because what the post was talking about was a woman talking about how she sees all these influencers and stuff on Instagram and the TikTok and like these women and men, they look good. They're fit. They're they're showing off their bodies. They're modeling and posing and shit like that. And that thought in the back of her head crossed of like, I wish I could look like that. But then she started reading this thing about your top 3 priorities, and it's like, oh, these people obviously have that fitness, the working out, and all that fun stuff in their top 3 priorities, and that's why they look like that. That's why they're able to do that. But the woman who was writing the post, she's mom, works part-time, she's dedicated wife and all that, so her family is in her top, not her physical fitness and appearance. So like that was a way of her giving herself that grace and leeway of not focusing so much or feeling bad about looking like a supermodel, or online influencer.
I just gotta say hierarchalism. That's not a word.
I didn't say hierarchalism.
Yeah. I don't think that's a word.
No.
But if my nemesis is out there, if she's thinking about that, I admit that I'm probably sure that's not a word. So, nanny.
What did she say that? The hierarchy?
She says a lot of stuff that's not a saying. That's not a word. I'm like, yeah. But I'm actually coming to.
Are you admitting?
I'm coming to the conclusion myself before I get the call from her husband to say she's telling me that's not a word. That's why that woman call. She makes him call. She doesn't call me herself because she doesn't like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I swear she's probably got a notepad and she gives him the notepad to call me to tell me what's on the notepad of all the things that we do wrong on this podcast.
At least they're organized. I mean, could be throwing it in the comments with some timestamps.
I love my godchildren. I love my god. Man, I swear to God, kids. It's like I can't believe they came out of that woman. It's like they're so sweet and kind and loving kids, and their mom is just a harpy from hell, man.
Surely there must be some kind of redeeming quality for you.
She's driven.
Okay.
She's driven. I'm not gonna miss. She puts her mind to something.
Mm-hmm.
It gets done.
Yeah.
It gets done. My boy is not successful on his own merits. It was her, not just pointing away. It was like with a hot red poker in his ass.
Get out of bed. Go to work.
Get out there and you better ask for that promotion. He wouldn't have got like the 2 or the 3 promotions that he got if it wasn't for her going, you're better than this person. You need to go do it. And then there's, I think it was like the very first promotion. He didn't even ask for it. He came home. The first question she asked him. She's like, hey, did you get this? Did you ask for it? And he was like, nah, I did. And she goes, where's your phone? She grabs his phone. I'm sitting there at the table drinking, beer, bullshitting with him. And he's got the phone out and she calls his boss. And then she gives him that point, like, do it.
Oh, I hate that. Please don't ever fucking do that. Boss man did that to me at work the other day. It was the other day. This was a month or 2 ago now at this point. But it was we had to get a hold of somebody over something or other. It was answering a customer complaints that was placed online. We needed to call the customer and follow up with them. And he picks up the phone, dials the number, and he starts calling like he's going to take care of it. And I'm sitting there watching, and it starts dialing. And he immediately hands the phone off to me. I'm like, you mother. Because I'm the type that's got to like. I got to mentally prepare. I got to script it out of my head ahead of time. I'm going to sound like a fucking idiot the moment I pick up that phone and start talking. If I don't prep ahead of time for it, I run off of scripts. Everything is scripts.
He got the promotion right there on the phone. Yeah, because he asked for it.
Yeah,
because she made him get, and she did that to him not like that way, but she definitely there was like a board, like he's got all the promotion things up on the board and. Positions that are opening up, and he made the mistake of telling her.
Was it really a mistake though? I mean, it sounds like your boy's better off because
No, he's coming into his own. But he's not the go-getter.
Mhm.
She's the go-getter. She is literally that what do you call it? The man standing next to the man, who's getting shit done. That's her. But she, like, if she doesn't like you, she comes off like this abrasive, like it's kind of like, she evaluates everyone she meets.
Mhm.
And she does it with me. It's funny because like she goes, if you were a sword, I would be the sharpening stone that would hone your edge. And I'm like, I've already got one ex-wife. I don't need nobody sharpening shit, lady. Yeah. That motherfucker, you married him, not me. Yeah, keep that crap away. Her and all her friends are like that. Yeah. I mean, they're
what
people builders.
I was just saying, while that sounds nice to have in the grand scale, that sounds exhausting day to day. I mean, constantly being tested and forced to every single day grow and get better. If you're not that type, if you're not built for that kind of thing, like if you're not the what's his name, the Michael Goggins,
David Goggins.
David Goggins. I always get his first name wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not the David Goggins type, man, like that just sounds draining.
That dude gets up and runs marathons
every morning, every day.
I'm like, no way, man.
I ain't trying to be no CEO of a company on Mars. I'm just trying to have a nice podcast.
Like when I finally passed my nursing exam and she found out about it, she was like, "Good, that's good. You're LPN now."
How long before you're head of medicine?
Yeah. You gotta get your RN now, right? Right? You gonna get your RN? I'm like, well, I was
gonna do this for a little while.
I'm kind of like trying to get my feet wet as far as this LPN thing. She goes, no, LPNs, that's just a starter kit. Mm. You want the full body modification? I'm like, listen, lady, I am not married to you. I'm like, man, and of course, when I dropped out, I didn't want to be a LPN anymore. She goes, what are you gonna do now? I mean, you want to be a complete failure? What?
You made an LPN. Not a failure.
That's how she talks.
No,
that's how she talks.
I will say, I've never been one of like supreme ambition. Right? I said, I do not have goals way beyond my means. I have goals. I have some ambitions, but I'm not content with where I'm at. I want better.
And I didn't want to make this all about my nemesis.
This could be the nemesis episode.
It's just that I'm thinking about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this lady. But I just so you know, nemesis, I'm thinking of you. I call you Harpy with all the love that I can muster. So it's not a man of extreme ambition, but I am a man of some drive and ambition. But there is nothing wrong with getting to a level of what you're capable of doing well. Yeah.
And being and like succeeding to that level and staying there and like plateauing there, right? If you've reached as far as you're capable of, pushing yourself without killing yourself in the process.
Yeah, but what do you consider a successful plateau?
Like we discussed before, just the reaching that level of comfort, being able to grow in small doses. Doesn't have to be explosive growth. I actually kind of fear explosive growth sometimes. Yeah. I don't want it to get so far out of my control before I'm ready for it. Yeah. Put me in a place of being uncomfortable and I'll grow into that, sure. But don't, throw me in charge of, millions of dollars all at once and then expect me to where I'm at right now to be able to handle that.
Drive a Honda before you drive a Lamborghini.
Yes.
Work yourself up to an Aston Martin.
Yeah, maybe one day I might, sit next to a Bugatti.
That's the way it is. But see, I used to be surrounded by a lot of people who were like, at the very least, mid-tier achievers.
Yeah.
And so I was always like, dude, I want to be up there too. I want to be up there. I want to do that. But not since the divorce, man. I've been wanting to just like, okay, I want to sit in my apartment and watch. I want to do that. I've never been 100% on the video games, but I'm gonna try that one time. I'm just gonna try to do 100% on every secret level on my video game just to see. I mean, because I never had time to do it.
Yeah.
And now I suddenly have an abundance of time, and I don't want to give that up. Now this is different. I've got a scratch. I just got an itch. I got an itch that I got to scratch. I'm just and I'm like, okay. And now,
that's the other reason we're recording today, right? I was sitting there in my living room thinking, like, all right, everybody else bailed, but if I don't get over here, Big Smoke's going to be climbing the walls.
I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind.
We missed one recording day. We've only missed one recording day.
It feels like the deer that got away. That like I got it in my sights, and then I forgot to chamber the round, and all I hear is that loud, empty click.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you pull the chamber back and get the round in there, that little sucker's gallivanting down the road. You're like,
it's already up and over the hill and past.
Because he heard the click and he's like, I'm out of here.
Right.
And that's how I feel. I mean, I check out. I don't check out other podcasts for the entertainment for the most part. I'm checking their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking how much time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking how many subs they got. I'm checking their merch. Their Instagram, their Facebook. The X. I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry again. Shit, I'm gonna hear this again. She's I can hear her going, good.
Yes.
More of that.
Let the hate flow through you. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes. Like, comment, and subscribe, people.
Yeah, it's funny. So couch surfing at the parents' place, and my mom, avid listener, and so she listens to the podcast. So now I'm sitting there finally getting the feedback directly from her about the podcast. She thinks that I need to stop doing the little fictional bits at the beginning of the episodes. And I've been told as much by other people too. Just a lot of the, right now it still exists in a vacuum. I never really took the time to set aside to explain what it is that I was doing with it. So while I was having a lot of fun with it, at times it was kind of not a frustration, but a little bit of a burden of like, all right, trying to come up with this original material on the fly, and that's my own fault for procrastinating, but it's what it was. And so it's like fun little creative writing exercises for me, and I think I'm still going to do something on the side with it, so that it's still so that there's still something happening with that fictional universe that I've created. And it still allows us to tie in the thumbnail artwork and stuff like that.
Right.
And the nicknames and everything. I think that's fun. But
honestly, I get a kick out of it. But you're right. I've had a couple of criticisms.
Why don't I just get to the episode?
Yeah. Like, what is all this stuff, man? What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, exactly. What is he talking about, man? He has these things he says. I'm like, is this like a tinfoil thing? I'm like, no, it's not a tin hat thing. He's making it up on the fly, man. He's just being creative. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I remember when you first did it, I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And then I understood. I'm like, okay, I get it. I know what he's doing. But now I've had, 3 people ask now. So I'm like, okay, I get it. But I mean, for those who listen, and we're starting to get people who actually listen for more than 5 minutes, I think they're getting it.
Yeah.
I think they're getting it. I think they're running with it. So I'm not even on the fence. I'm still on Clan Nightwatch. So I don't care.
What I'm thinking I might do is depending on if we're likely going to start doing some shorter episode recordings. We're gonna trim that down, make it a little bit more approachable for new viewers, because that's been a comment that I keep getting a lot of feedback on. People see that hour and a half, 2 hour long timestamp.
They don't want to commit.
Yeah.
Or, you guys think you're Joe Rogan? No. Sorry, we're not Joe Rogan. But I mean, as much as I applaud the guy, I don't want to. That's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, it's that David Goggins type, man.
Yeah, that's a machine. That's a juggernaut. People look at that podcast and go, I don't even know where to begin to think about doing something like that. I mean,
yeah, I'll say because I didn't really get into it early on. It was what was it? I think it was wasn't even Elon Musk. I think the MrBeast one was the first one I actually sat down and watched all the way through his interview with MrBeast because I was looking into how to do this, you know. And so why not look at one of the most successful podcasters and the most successful YouTuber and see what they had to say, you know? And learned a lot from watching that episode.
Yeah,
but then looking back at everything, I'm like, I couldn't just jump into that's like it's like what was it? Tech was talking about why he won't ever touch One Piece, you know?
Right.
I see what has he got, like 1,700 videos or something like that, and that's just what he's got on that channel. And each interview is like an hour and a half to 3 hours long.
Okay, when I watched the MrBeast episode and just listened to him talk, that guy was completely organic. He was the definition of in somebody's basement, just plugging them out. Plugging them out, plugging them out, plugging them out, plugging them out. And then one day he realized, money.
Yeah, started to figure this out.
And now this guy's got warehouses of stuff that he does. Warehouses. But he just kind of turtle walked it the whole way.
Yeah. Yeah, he took the time. He figured it out. By like you said, organically, he grew that.
Yeah.
His whole thing from the ground up. Started out living with his mom, and just pumping out videos, and then his mom was like, "You need to either go to school or get a job." And he's like, "I'll go to school," and lied and said he was going to school.
He lied.
And he's like, "All right, I've got 2 years to get this going, or else mom's gonna realize I wasn't going to school." And was making videos in his car. And he started getting slightly successful, found other people that were at the same level, built up a team. And the team was doing, what did he say? He was doing, like he took 3 years or something, 3 years. And it's just like, all right, every day putting out just videos after videos and just figuring out what works with the thumbnails, what works with the titles, what draws in clicks, and just figured out YouTube. He won YouTube. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows who he is. He is a household name, even for people that don't even watch YouTube.
I didn't know what MrBeast did,
but I heard his name.
But I knew the name. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm 55. I don't care how long it's gonna take us. We're just gonna shit.
Yeah, just gonna plug away at it.
So, but like when I say, hey, dude, when are we doing this shit? When are we doing? Oh, yeah, man, we're gonna be here at a certain time. When certain time shows up and there's no motherfuckers in the room, I'm like, where are you?
Hey man, you got to give me that creative genius grace here. I run on TISM time. You know, you talk about black people time all the time. I run on TISM time.
I swear to God, you gotta drop a black in you because you're never on fucking time. And I was like, okay, Chief is pale as a fucking ghost, and I swear to God, he's black when it comes to getting somewhere on time. I've already said this before. I had a buddy. I won't mention his name because you know I'll be talking about. I said, "Hey, dude, I'll meet you at 12. You know, we are meeting there at 1. I tell him to be there at 12. He shows up at 1. Right. You know,
it's clever. It's
and he's 54 years old, and he still does that. I mean, he's married. He's been married for years. And I think she's figured out that's, you know, like, we just need to say an hour early. And, you know, the time that I actually want you there, that's when you happen to show up.
Yeah.
Black people time. Pure. And it's like some of these stereotypes are true. Some of them are. And I swear to God, man, I could set my clock to you. I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, he's not. I was like, when I look at the clock, okay, that's about right. He's not going to be here for a while yet. Yeah. Let me chill out.
Well, it's like, first off, I have these issues of the time blindness, right? At least that's what the term that I've heard. I don't want to be, you know, claiming something that I don't have diagnosed with or anything like that. But it's one of those things of like, I'll literally bend down to tie my shoes and then sit back up and 3 minutes have passed and I don't know how. It's like, I can only imagine somebody looking at me from the outside of like, I bend down and I just pause like 30 seconds and then tie a loop, pause, tie. But to me, it's just steady flow of time. Everything's going by quick, but it feels like if time's a rope and I'm holding onto the rope and looking at the rope, everything's fine. But the moment I look away, it just slides out of my hands real fast. You know, it kills me, man. I'm late to work consistently, you know. I'm late to things all the time. Today I told you, 5:30. I woke up at 4:45. I started getting ready, and then next thing you know, it's like 5:15. You know, GPS is telling me it's going to take 20 minutes to get here. I'm like, well, I'm already 5 minutes late, and I haven't even started the gear checklist yet to make sure I don't forget anything.
I laughed my ass off when I saw that text. I was like, okay. At first, I was like, okay, it's 5. Okay. I know he's probably still sitting in a chair or doing whatever. He hasn't gotten up yet. And I said, this dude lives on the other side of town. He knows how long. Wait a minute. He's not used to it yet. He doesn't know. He doesn't know yet. And then when like 5:20 showed up, I'm like, yeah, everybody's freaking late. And then like my worst scenario came true. Half of the crew doesn't show.
Right.
We know one. He told us straight up, hey man,
I'm just not gonna.
I'm not gonna make it today. And then the other one is like, we can't find that dude. He's where is Waldo?
It's just one of those. Like he messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be late. I'll let you know what's going on." As soon and now this is the 3rd time that he's done that. So now I know if he says he doesn't know when he's gonna show up, he's not
gonna show it up. Yeah.
Yeah. He's worried about saying the words. I can't make it. It's like we're gonna be mad at him if he or disappointed in him if he says it just outright. It's like, no, dude, just say it, man.
We're gonna make fun of you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. I gotta give you some shit.
I'm gonna turn you into the biggest joke there is. I don't care. Like, yeah, I'm not.
Well, because like I mean, granted, this isn't a full-time job. We're not even getting paid for this.
Not yet.
You know, but if we want to get to that point, like you said, we gotta show up. We gotta put the time and effort in. You know, so it's.
And it's every no, there's been like some podcasters, but they're riding on their fame to do it. I'm talking about like regular people that I've never heard of who've been doing it for like 10, 12 years, and then finally they're there.
Mm-hmm.
They've got 89 K subscribers, or they're almost burst into their 100K subscribers. Rarely do I see anybody, unless they're doing it like extremely part time, who have been doing it like 5 or 6 years and they only got 5K subscribers.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those, but it's like topics like astrophysics.
Right. Yeah, very niche.
Very, very close-knit crowd. You could tell. And the guy who's talking to you, he's some wild hair professor type looking. You're like, yeah, I got the wrong podcast. I need to find a different podcast, about, musical cats or something,
Yeah.
That's probably more what I need to be looking at. But some of those.
Now, I will say, like, just from the couple of months we've been doing this for so far and watching how the algorithm treats even small channels, especially small channels, actually. So now they got some new function where you can hype a video. And if enough people select to hype it, it basically, like, immediately throws it to everybody's front page or whatever, and it's supposed to help boost awareness for small creators. So like it's steadily becoming easier and better for small creators starting out, but just the matter of putting in the reps, putting in the work and time and everything, like we're eventually going to get in front of everybody at some point or other, because while there is probably billions of hours worth of content on YouTube at this point, there's billions of people out there. So statistically, we're going to get out in front of just about everybody eventually.
Yeah.
So we'll find our crowd, we'll find our niche, and we'll.
And the beautiful part about it is I've already gotten a taste of that.
Mm-hmm.
I've already gotten a taste of that. People, I was writing down our podcast down. I was writing it down, just passing it out to everybody. And now, the lady who delivers Chinese food to us,
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah. It's not my name on there. It says Big Smoke's house. And and then I got another guy that I deliver pizza to. He's like, "Hey, Big Smoke." I'm like, hey, "Oh shit, hey, how you doing? How you doing, man?" He's like,
yeah, I got anybody. Well, I had a couple of people early on at work that was calling me Chief, but nobody else is. Well, then again, I don't go out anywhere. I don't go do things. So to be recognized like that, that's. You're out there doing the legwork for us around town, man.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of people. I think
half the subscribers that we have right now is because of you. I started throwing it out to customers that come through the lobby at the job, man, and it's like hey, I'll give you a free 20-ounce drink. Go go subscribe to Nightwatch real quick.
Oh yeah, so I'm like, I've gotten just a little taste of that, so I'm like, okay, I can deal. I can deal. I'll do it.
I'm loving the sustainable growth.
Yeah.
I mean, these past couple of weeks have been rough on my mental health, watching the numbers, because when I'm pumping the shorts out, we get thousands of views.
Right.
So for a pretty steady like couple of weeks there, anytime that I checked the YouTube studio and seen our numbers, we're sitting at like 4,000 to 5,000 views in a 48-hour period, which is nice to me. It's like, it feels good. It's like, all right, people are watching our stuff, And then now, lately, this past week, I couldn't go on there, and it's like 15 views, 10 views, 3 views. In a 48-hour period, I'm like, ooh, we are... well, granted, I haven't posted anything. I haven't, put up anything to...
Not feeding the beast.
Right. And so that's... Now that I've got the computer set up at my parents' place. It's literally just set up on the end of the coffee table. I got the tower set up with 1 monitor instead of 2.
Wow,
and I got the mouse pad in my lap and the keyboard in my lap, but I'm making it work.
Hey.
Like I said, we are very much still in our garage band days, but we're...
Hey, just keep going. Just keep going.
You guys want to help me get off of my parents' couch?
Yeah. Like
ko-fi.com/Nightwatch podcast.
Like I said, when this stuff like exploded on us, like we're like, oh crap, we gotta find another spot. I'm like, okay, all right, let's move my workbench out of the side. Yeah, take my stabby dummy and I put it back in the storage. I took my other beat up dummy and my punching bag. I put all that stuff in another storage. I just threw it all back there and whatever else. I was like, okay, I plan on using that. Okay, all this goes up on the sidewall. Here we are. And I'm like, we'll just do it here. And I was like, that was like way out of my comfort zone because I like my little cave and I don't like to share it. And that's cracking up my significant other. She was like, you're going to have people here in your apartment. You won't let me put a pair of socks in here. You're going to bring other people in here.
To be fair, all the equipment sets up and tears down. So
yeah, but I got a reasoning because I don't, only you and nobody else. Nobody else. I mean, I like people. I like my fortress of solitude.
I say you don't host.
No, I don't. I mean, I go to work and I come back, and
you like to go out and do things, but
yeah, I like to go out and do stuff, and then I come back and I do stuff by myself. Mm. But I guess I'm getting soft. I guess I don't know. No. The truth is, this was a solution. This
was you holding up your end of the table.
This, I'm invested. This has got to be done. So here we are.
And it's temporary. Eventually we're going to get a dedicated space to be able to set up.
That's true.
We'll have a place where we can set up the mics, and I don't have to tear.
You don't have to tear things down. But see, that's in the future because for us now, I'm like, okay, this wasn't a hard adaptation for me as I thought it was going to be. I'm like, this is going to make me uncomfortable. There's grease stains over there. I mean, they're going to be using my toilet.
They're going to see the dishes.
Yeah. Shit, I had to do dishes.
And see how long I had that bottle of ketchup in the fridge.
It's like, look, I was going. There's dishes over there. I know she do dishes. Fuck that, I ain't doing dishes. I'll vacuum. But I ain't doing dishes,
Unabashedly, unashamedly my space.
Yeah.
You're a guest here.
Yeah.
How dare you judge?
Yeah. Sit down. Talk. I'm like
and get out.
Yeah. Why didn't you bring any chicken? What's wrong with you?
I should have.
Nah. Yeah, I
was already running late, but I could have stopped. They always say if you're running late for work, stop and grab a box of donuts. Nobody's mad at the guy who brings donuts.
I was like, nah, don't worry about it. I was just like, let's get the crew here and let's just get started. I didn't care, but I thought, man, I'm just gonna be hurt. They're gonna see all the dirt. They're gonna see it. They can tell I didn't mop the floor. Man, this sucks. Oh shit, why is that sock there? I was cleaning up. I'm like, oh, that's where that sock was. Because she's been cleaning out my refrigerator, and she's been like unprovoked, doing my laundry. And I was like, okay, the laundry pile was a little large. I went down to my last 3 pairs of underwear, like no socks, and she just did that shit. I'm like, okay. She's the only one that's ever been in here when it's like a complete mess. And whoa, wait a minute. She's taking over my goddamn apartment. God, man. What was out flanking me? Man. God. Jeez,
I
what?
told you, man. She's hitting in all the right spots.
Dude.
Making herself
Yeah,
useful.
yeah. So it wasn't even that much to clean up. It was like, okay, move some of the stuff aside.
Making herself important.
Ugh.
Making herself necessary.
Yeah, necessary. Yeah, valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good word for it. Yeah, it's
yeah, she's working on it. Anyway.
working towards that promotion.
Oh no, she's nothing like my nemesis. She's soft and she's pliable and she's nice and she smells good. She always smells good. She can never get over that. She smells good all the time. But not like my nemesis. No. I couldn't tell you what she smelled like because I'm too busy, ready to fight. I mean, I've always got my hands knuckled up. I'm ready to.
She knows to always approach from downwind.
Yeah, I'm guarding. She's going to try to kick me in my groin half the time. That's what I'm feeling from her. I don't know how it's love. It's love. He loves it. So that's enough for me.
Listen, I know from my perspective, I don't mind somebody else having that take charge type attitude because that means less that I have to worry about, right?
Right.
I like to keep things simple. Doesn't have to be easy, but definitely simple. Right? Few steps or thought processes on my behalf as possible for the stuff that I already don't want to do. I got my mind wrapped up in stuff like this or work or whatever. If I got somebody tell me, hey, you need to go do this, cool, I'll go get it done real quick. Done. Left to my own devices, I will put things off until it becomes a necessity. Wife tells me, hey, you got to go do this.
Now, do it now.
Unless you want to start seeing fines or jail time, you need to go do this.
Yeah.
Then I'll go. Then I'm highly motivated.
No. It's funny that we're getting all our stuff done today with Little Boss, and he was I don't know, he seemed like he was surprised that everything was in order. I had all my paperwork. Car was functioning.
Almost like you've done this a time or two.
And he was
because you've been there 4 years now.
4.
So this has got to be your 9th vehicle inspection by this point.
Probably more than that.
Well, yeah, you would have the initial one whenever you first started, and then every 6 months.
Every 6 months. And sometimes a second time because the first one wasn't done right or something like that. It cracks me up. It's like I turned my stuff in and they still didn't get it right. And I was like, wait a minute, you took a picture of it.
Right.
Oh, that's right, I did. And I'm like, why are you coming at me then? I mean, like I gave you everything you needed to do.
See, back in the day when I first started, God, the fact that I could say back in the day about anything, so old. But back whenever I first started, back 2013, vehicle inspection was all done on paper, and they just faxed a copy off to the office, and it was done. It's just a series of check boxes. Now you got to download the app or go through the browser, and you got to fill out the stuff on the browser. And if you don't send it off correctly, then the app could fail, or it doesn't send correctly, or you get an email address wrong somewhere. And now all of a sudden you got to do the whole thing all over again. But back in the day, you had that piece of paper on file. You could just pull it back out of the filing cabinet, fax it off again, and it's good.
Yeah,
now there's steps and processes.
Yeah, we were running into trouble because the app wasn't working on mine for some reason.
Right.
And it was so funny, Little Boss, because you're not doing it right. Then he's like, oh, shit, it's not working. Yeah, okay. It's not working. He sat there for like an hour trying to. And he's like, okay, it's not working. I'm like, yeah. Well, you got to call him. I'm like, I did call him. I called him like 6 times. Well, I call him. He gets back there. He's not answering. No shit, man. I'm telling you, he's not answering. And I think he got the bigger boss involved. And I think between the two of them, they finally cornered the guy who could actually finish it. Because I guess he was just blowing us off.
Oh, no shit.
He was blowing us off. I mean, he blew us off for a couple of months.
You talk about the being able to get into the
ADP
training?
or whatever. Yeah. I couldn't get into it. Little Boss couldn't get into it. Bigger Boss couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
So then nobody could get this guy on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I don't know what they did. They did some kind of corporate magic and they finally cornered that guy. And next thing you know, ding, it works now. It works out.
Good, because I know I had a hand in trying to help get
that's
that
right.
done.
You did.
I took your phone and went through every account that you had and every email address and trying to figure out how to get you into that account. And I sent off contact requests for troubleshooting and stuff. And and then
I eventually, so many people were like, "Hey, Big Smoke needs this happen." Big Smoke, who's Big Smoke? Why is everybody suddenly in Big Smoke's corner trying to get this app done?
The owner of the franchise calling up people like, I don't know who this guy is, but he needs access.
We need to help him right now.
President of the United States. I don't know this Big Smoke. We're gonna get him his access to
get on it. That's what it took to get it done. I mean, jeez. And it was so galling when I kept telling people, look, it does not work. I'm not BS. I don't want to do it, but look, I gave you my word that I'd do it. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't do
not
it.
Not that I won't.
I don't want you coming at me every day going, did you do it? No, because it doesn't work. And I gotta admit, it was kind of satisfying when you get like two supervisors up the chain going, yeah, it doesn't work. You're like, I told you. I told you so. Here, let me record this for you. Yeah, see?
Say back in the military days, it'd be like the equivalent of, Master Sergeant and, first shirt is like, oh, yeah, no, he's right. This doesn't work.
It doesn't work. See? Yeah.
All right. We're going to do these shorter episodes. We're going to have to wrap it up there, right? But I think we got our topic for the next episode.
That's enough bitching and moaning, yeah.
The next episode, we're going to get into technology and tech.
Oh, yeah.
Some fun stories. But for now, that's going to wrap it up for this shift. Follow us on Facebook at Nightwatch Podcast. We're broadcasting out to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Buy us a coffee. Help me get off my parents' couch. Hit that ko-fi.com/Nightwatch Podcast. Like and subscribe. Share it around to your friends. Get us up in that top 10 leaderboard.
Yes.
And see you on the next shift.
Con Dios.
All right. Time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock. And be safe getting home.